I suppose I should start off the conversation. Or we'll probably spend the rest of this date in silence. Which neither of us will mind. But will defeat the purpose of coming here. Seeing as we both have other things we could be doing. Then again, I'm not entirely certain whether we can categorize this as a date. Seeing as it could also be categorized as a celebration of the finalization of our project. Only as there isn't any celebrating overtly taking place. That could also be a miscategorization. Sorry. I don't say anything for ages and then I ramble on about all the possible ways that this interaction could be categorized.
Your behavior is entirely in alignment with how I thought you'd be. If you were acting any differently, I'd be surprised. But I have to say that what you just said wasn't entirely correct.
How so?
From what I can see, your list has fallen short of completion. This interaction could also be categorized as a farewell drink.
Would you classify that as a possibility, an unlikely outcome, or a likelihood?
What weight of probability are you assigning to a likelihood?
Strictly speaking, I'd say any numerical quantity above 50%. To any decimal point that you see fit. On the other hand, if we're being friendly with one another, then I'd say 60% or above, using round numbers. So in your estimation, what is the percentage probability chance of this being a farewell drink? Is it a likelihood or an unlikely outcome?
I see what you're doing. You're testing me out.
How'd you figure that?
You're fishing for information to see how I'm feeling about this date. Let's just say that my intuition is telling me that asking you out was the right thing to do. I like you, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But you very well know that it's impossible for me to assign an accurate percentage chance likelihood as to whether this is the last time we'll see one another. Even with your generous omission of the necessity for usage of decimal points. Though it's possible that after having this talk, we will part ways and never look back. The likelihood of that happening is uncertain. We both know there's a lot that hangs in the balance. Whether or not there's a likelihood of us choosing to meet again, depends upon a variety of factors, many of which have not yet had the opportunity to come into play. I may be blind to extroverted feeling, but I'm certainly not blind to the workings of your mind. You were curious to see if I would intellectually hang myself by taking the bait and actually being stupid enough to think that I could mathematically figure out our future.
Guilty as charged, Your Honor. I'm just playing with you. But you started it by asking me what numerical probability I assign to a likelihood.
I thought it was funny.
When I asked you for the percentage chance of this being a farewell drink, I wondered if you might come out with an actual figure. To make yourself look intelligent. I'm glad that you didn't.
Because it would be intellectually dishonest. Well, you certainly broke the ice.
Well, it was either that or spiking your drink.
That's funny.
Not what the last guy said.
What did he say?
You can ask him if you come to my house later. He's still tied up in the basement.
You made me smile.
Cool beans. Someone getting my warped sense of humor makes a nice change. If that's what you mean. Then yay. Or are you just happy that I've decided not to spike your drink? Okay. Feeling a bit awkward. You're not an easy person to read.
If you want me to summarize. Let's just say that the likelihood of us seeing one another again just went up.